Hi everyone, my name is Immanuel Tambanillo and I am back. This time we are discussing all about communicating through the web. Specifically, I will be discussing all about assessing readability. Now, the question is, why is it important to assess the readability of an online article? In our previous modules and discussions, we have learned various tests that measure the readability of written text found in books, newspapers, and magazines, and other print media. In this discussion, we will shift our attention towards online article. So, a short background. We live in a society where World Wide Web and social media plays a key role in influencing and affecting the daily fabrics of our lives. Some of us, most of us, get the news and information from various online articles due to its convenience and accessibility. Today, there are millions and millions of online articles found on the internet. As a development communication students and practitioners, we should be equipped in assessing these online articles. So here are some reasons why we should assess the readability of online articles. First is audience engagement. As a development communication students and practitioners, we need to ensure that the online articles are readable so that we would allow our audience to engage more. Another is accessibility. We should ensure that the online articles is not just available to individuals with higher literacy levels, but also to those individuals with various literacy levels. In this way, we are making sure that everyone is included. We have a wider audience and we are pushing for inclusivity. Next is SEO performance. A short background, SEO stands for Search Engine Optimization. It means that the online article is found on the first page of the Google results page. It means that there are higher chances of more readers, of more viewers that could be converted into potential customers. So basically, a readable online articles is tend to be favored by the Google and is more appeared or more presented on the first page's result. Next is communication effectiveness. It is a must that our online articles are readable so that the communication message or the idea is delivered towards the intended target audience. Next is brand reputation. When the online articles are readable, we are making sure that we are establishing credibility towards us, towards the website, towards the creator of these online articles. So viewers and readers keep coming back because they are sure that these sources are credible and reliable. So what are the tools that we can use to assess the readability of online articles? Actually, there are various tools that we can use, but this time we will just focus on the Flash Index. So what is the Flash Index? The Flash Index, also known as the Flash Reading Score, is a readability test created to indicate how easy or difficult a text is to read. The index uses a formula that considers the average sentence length and the average number of syllables per word in a text. So the score typically ranges from 0 to 100, with higher scores indicating easier readability and lower scores indicating difficult readability. So this tool is often used by writers and editors as well as development communication practitioners to ensure that the content is accessible to our intended audience. So how can we use the Flash Index in online articles? Since we are discussing all about assessing the readability of online articles. So how can we apply the Flash Index? So here are some steps. Audience appropriateness. By calculating the Flash Index, content creators or us development communication practitioners can ensure that the articles are suitable for the target audience reading level. So these tools would help us assess whether the online articles that we're creating can fit or can be easily understood by our intended target audience. Next is improving engagement. This was discussed earlier. Readability is crucial for keeping readers engaged. So we need to make sure that the online articles are readable so that our intended audience or intended readers would engage more. They would read more and they would continue or finish the whole online article. Articles that are too complex may discourage or deter readers from continuing reading, while those that are simple might not provide enough depth. So we need to be wise enough on how to make the online articles that we are creating readable. Next is content accessibility. Ensuring that content is accessible to a broad audience is important for inclusivity. This tool will allow us to adjust the content to be more accessible to readers with varying literacy levels. So if we are aware that the intended audience that we're writing the online article for has a higher literacy level, so we could create a more difficult online articles. On the other hand, if we have audience that have a lower literacy level, we could just make easy or simple online articles. Let us proceed. So how do we compute fast reading score? So here are the steps. First step is count the total words. Determine the total number of words in the article. Second is count the total sentences. Determine the total number of sentences found in the article. Third, count the total syllables. Count the total numbers of syllables in the article. This can be done manually or with the help of software tools that can break down words into syllables. There are various tools present on the internet. You can find anything that could be used to count the total syllables. Number four is calculate the average sentence length. This is done by dividing the total number of words with the total number of sentences to find the average sentence length. Next is calculate the average syllables per word or ASW by dividing the total number of syllables with the total number of words to find the average syllables per word. Next is apply the flash reading ease formula. So this is our formula. 206.835 minus 1.015 multiplied to the total number of words divided by the total number of sentences minus 84.6 multiplied to the total number of syllables divided by the total number of words. So that would be the score. Next is interpret the score. The resulting score will indicate the readability of the online article. Higher scores, for example, 60 to 70, suggest easier readability, while lower scores indicate more complex text. So are you ready to solve the flash readings index score of online articles? Let us proceed. So here is an example of online article found on Inquirer.net. This is entitled AI Decodes Oinks, Grants to Keep Pigs Happy. In this part of the presentation, you can pause this and access the link that I will be putting in this presentation so that you can read the online article at your own pace. Okay? Once done, you can proceed with the continuation part of this presentation. Okay? Let us proceed. So I counted the total number of words. So that would be 252 words. And in terms of total sentences, there are 11 sentences found in that article. And then I also counted the total syllables, which is 380 syllables. So to calculate the average sentence length, we need to divide the number of words, right, to the number of sentences found in the text. So 252 divided by 11 is 22.91. So that is our average sentence length. To calculate the average syllables per word, we need to divide the number of syllables to the number of words found in the text. So we divide it and the result is 1.51. I use the flash reading east formula and then the result is, I will just provide it right now. That is 55.8. So we need to interpret the score. So a score of approximately 55.8 suggests that the text is moderately difficult to read, suitable for readers with a high school and education level. So this gives us idea that the online article is readable for high school level and higher. So we make sure that these online article, when published, could be easily read by those on the high school and students or pupils from the elementary will be having difficulty in reading that online article. So to continue the intellectual discussion, I provided here two key questions for you guys. Number one is, what are your sources when reading online articles and why? Number two is, how do you ensure that the online articles you're reading are not just readable, but also of high quality? So here are some resources that I use for this presentation. If you have any questions, feel free to ask to this as we will discuss this at the bottom part or the discussion part of this presentation. Again, this is Van Manuel Tambanillo. See you at the next reporting. Bye.